Hello, it's Charles with Uber Eats. Today is Sunday, the 16th of November, 2025, and I am blessed and grateful this morning that I received the precious gift of tomorrow with God's wake-up call, and I got to see another day here in Tampa, Florida, beautiful Tampa, Florida. And you're equally blessed as me because you received that precious gift of tomorrow with God's wake-up call, and you got to see another day here on earth. Tomorrow is a precious gift to receive because not everybody got God's wake-up call this morning and got to see another day. So I feel that we should think of ourselves as blessed and be grateful for that precious gift of tomorrow and receiving God's wake-up call. It's truly a blessing. I received a notification from Reddit it came through at some point yesterday, but I didn't notice it until I got back to the camper to rest for the evening, and it called it a flag planner badge. I received a flag planner badge, and it says, the notification read, "You were one of the first commenters on new posts for 10 total days in the same community," which would have been the Uber Eats driver subreddit community. "Keep steering the conversation." So I didn't even know that badge existed. I suppose I could drill into Reddit more to look into all the badges that you can earn, but whatever badges I earn on Reddit, I'm going to just earn organically as a result of my natural practices that I do with Reddit, posting, certain things on Reddit, the Uber Eats driver subreddit, and commenting on things that I find interesting. If that behavior earns me badges, so be it. But I thought that was kind of neat that they do that to encourage people to post to certain communities at certain frequencies. But I'm going to do that. I'm not going to focus on that to earn badges. I'm just going to do it kind of organically, So I thought that was kind of neat that they do that, though. That's a good idea. I checked my my Google, my Reddit, and my Uber Eats metrics this morning, and nothing has changed in Google except for my views, my picture views. I've uploaded 715 pictures, and those have been viewed now 2,754,319. So that's an increase from yesterday of 33,356. So I've got over 2.7 million views of all the pictures I've put up on Google. And my Reddit scores have increased. All of them have went up a little bit. My posts went up from 72 to 74. My comments went up to 352. That was 351 yesterday. And my karma has went up too. I haven't looked at the two posts that I added recently to see what kind of views I have. The one yesterday morning was only at 500, so I don't suspect that one's going to get much traction. Most of your views of your posts that you put on Reddit are going to get the most views in the first 24 hours. Then after that, it kind of trails off, is what I've noticed about my posts I put up on Reddit anyway. And I checked out gas prices on Gas Buddy and AAA also. The gas up here at this Circle K is at $2.72. That's the same as it was yesterday morning. Saturday morning it was at $2.72. And according to Gas Buddy, the Florida state average now has went down another penny to $2.91. It was $2.92 yesterday, Saturday morning. So this Circle K is better than the state Florida average by 19 cents. And AAA is showing that the national price of gas has remained the same at $3.07. I suppose it'll be at $3.07 now for a while, like it was before. I think it changed. It was at $3.06 or $3.08 for a long time, and then it changed, went down to a penny. Now it's back to back at $3.07. So still, I don't think that could possibly be the case if they're calculating the national average the same way they do every day. It would have to change because all the states are varying from one degree to the next, So I don't think that's accurate, but it's reporting that the national average is at 307 this morning, Sunday morning. So this Circle K is better than the national average by 35 cents. And my Uber measurements were disappointing this morning. Disappointing because my customer satisfaction has slipped by 1%. It was at 100% yesterday. I'm at 99% customers satisfaction. And if I had to guess, of all the customers that I interacted with yesterday, it might have been this one lady that gave me a thumbs down and caused my customer satisfaction scores to slip to 99%. She had ordered, I think it was a Chick-fil-A, because it was 2 Happy Meals. Those Happy Meals that Chick-fil-A sells. If I can find here they are. And it was around the beginning of the day, so if I had it might have been this Chick-fil-A, but that's a man's name. But that part doesn't really matter. She had 3 drinks, a large drink and 2 kid drinks, and then she had 2 Happy Meals and then a regular meal. So they have to package the Happy Meals separately. They can't put them all in one bag for some reason. So I had a lot to carry. I had my DoorDash bag, but her bags wouldn't fit in there, so I had to carry the DoorDash bag and then another food bag and then these drinks. So I had a lot to carry, and I had to manage my phone. It was a type of deal where you have to take a picture. Well, of course, it aggravates. This is another thing that aggravated me about her. She knew that I had to take a picture of her order when I get to the door, so I've got it all staged there, on her step to take the picture, so everything can be seen in the picture. The 2 Happy Meals, the 3 drinks, and the bags, the other bags I had in my DoorDash bag. I had it all out there on her step, ready to take a picture. Well, I did manage to take the picture, but she's looking at me like aggravated with me that I had all her stuff out there on the step. Well, that's part of the deal. She knows that. She should have just waited until I was done taking the picture and walking off to come out and get her stuff. But she's looking at me like she's aggravated, so that I got her stuff staged there on her step. Well, how else am I supposed to take the picture, So if I had to guess, she was the only one that I had kind of a negative interaction with yesterday. All the other interactions I had were quite positive. I actually had somebody give me added a cash tip. It wasn't an added cash tip, but they increased my tip on the app. Order number 10 did that for me. I think that was the only one that did that for me. And my Uber Eats metrics all improved. All 5 of them went up. So I'm hoping that I get back to up to 100% again, but that was disappointing to see that slip down to 99%. And for the rest of my measurements on Uber Eats, my cancels improved. I was at 1% cancels. I'm now at 0% canceled orders. So that's a good thing, I suppose. My on time got better. I was at 84% Saturday morning for Friday's business. Now for Saturday's business, I improved my on time score to 86%. I arrived at stores and restaurants faster than I did Friday. And then my acceptance score went down from 56% to 51%. Like I said, my customer satisfaction slipped to 99%. And my deliver with care, I had 5 people say I delivered food to their door with great care. I'm now at 473. I had 6 people report I was friendly with my service. I'm now at 426 comments there. I got a thumbs up on my quick and efficient score from 5 people. I'm now at 418. And I had 5 people say I used good communication in delivering food to their door. I'm now at 393. And perfect handoff, I had 4 people say I delivered food to their door with a perfect handoff. I got 4 thumbs up there. So all in all, it was a great day on the app working, and I had enjoyed some fantastic weather here in Tampa Bay. In the weather reports I read and heard about Saturday's weather were pretty spot on from what I can tell. There wasn't any rain. I didn't run into any rain, and the weather was just beautiful, like all the meteorologists had described. I posed a new question to Meta AI to see what kind of weather report I would get. And this question, I posed it was yesterday. I did this. I said, I am worried about my garden because it's been so dry here in Tampa. What does the weather look like for tomorrow? Which would have been, I was referring to today, Sunday, the 16th of November. And Meta AI responded, don't worry, your garden's in luck. Tomorrow's forecast looks great for Tampa. Partly cloudy skies with a high of 80 degrees and a low of 62. Winds will be light and variable, blowing at 5 to 10 miles an hour. No rain is expected, so you might want to grab your watering can. This weather report that it gave me didn't seem to be too impacted or affected by the way I posed the question about my garden. It only just added a comment to the end to reflect that I had that type of a question. So it didn't seem to really play into what kind of a forecast it gave me. So because it would have commented on the rain, directly. So it would have said something about there's not much rain for your garden or something like that. Instead, it added that at the end about the watering can. So that wasn't necessarily a good question to pose to Meta AI. I'll have to think of something else today to pose to it about Monday's weather forecast. I did manage to catch Amy Snyder on FLZ. That's 93.3 here in Tampa. It's a radio station. And Amy Snyder said that it's going to be sunny and clear here in Tampa. Skies, we're going to have clear skies, and I had to try to, my writing was really poor for Amy Snyder's weather predictions. Had to make that out. She wrote, it's going to be a high of 81 and a low today of 60 degrees. So that was her forecast on FLZ 93.3. And I went on to weatheratlas.com. I know I said I wasn't going to rely on their weather reporting, but the last couple times I've checked, they've been very close to what the other meteorologists have reported and Amy Snyder. So I'm going back to referring to their weather forecast. They said that weatheratlas.com said that today in Tampa, we can expect a high of 81 and a low of 63 degrees, 10-mile-an-hour winds from the southwest. On Sunday, moments of sunshine will break through the patchy clouds. The anticipated high of 81 will be a few degrees higher than the national average. And it also went on to say that the sun will rise today at 6:51 a.m. Now, the time right now is 4:24 a.m., so we've got 2 hours and 27 minutes until the sun comes up here in Tampa. And the sun will set tonight in the evening at 5:38. So we've got 10 hours and 47 minutes of daylight here in Tampa. And I managed to catch YouTube. I watched 2 YouTube channels. I didn't catch any of Paul Delicato's forecast on my smart TV when I got back to the camper. They were doing that interview stuff that they do after their weather and news broadcasts are done for the day. So I missed out on that again, like usual. The YouTube channel 10 Tampa Bay, Colleen Campbell was on there, meteorologist Colleen Campbell. She said high pressure over the southern United States is keeping Florida dry for the next 4 to 7 days, at least, she said. Tampa is in a moderate drought now. The high expected is 78 degrees, partly sunny skies, and a low of 60 degrees today in Tampa. And YouTube channel Fox 13 Tampa Bay, meteorologist Valerie Mills was on there. She said that the hurricane season is officially over because it ends, strictly speaking, it ends on the 30th, but she sees no tropical storms or tropical depressions on the horizon, and the temperatures of the ocean, out the Atlantic Ocean, aren't favorable for producing hurricanes. So she is predicting that we're at no risk of developing any new hurricanes for this season, mostly because there's only 2 weeks left in the season. Valerie Mills went on to say that the high expected today is 79 degrees and a low of 60. So all the weather forecasts that I read are very close, within 1 degree or 2 degrees of the other. One said 81, I believe, and then Valerie said 79. Yeah, Weather Atlas said 81, and then Valerie said 79. So they're all very close to each other. Well, Colleen Campbell said 78, so I guess they're within 3 degrees of each other. I've already topped off my gas here at the Circle K, and I don't have my Thornton's cup this morning. I mistakenly left it in the camper when I came in. I had a glass of ice water, and I forgot to bring it back out with me to my car, so I had to rely on my backup cup. And this morning I grabbed the last can of Monster Rehab I had in there. I need to buy some more today. So I've got this Monster Rehab Revive, Refresh, Recover peach tea. And it's got the date of G2524. So G is the 7th letter of the alphabet. So that's July 24 of this year. So August, September, October. So this can is 3 months, 6 days. It's 3 months and 21 days old. So it's a very, very fresh can of Monster Rehab. I'm going to go ahead and get it poured here because I'm thirsty. This is the only variety of the Monster Rehab that I can smell when I poured out the peach. It's so that whatever they put in that to give it that peach flavor is very pungent. Even the tea and lemonade, the wild berry, and even the green tea I can't smell, but this peach is, I can smell it as soon as I crack the can open. I checked on the Powerball results. There was a drawing last night, the 14th of November, Saturday, the 15th of November. Saturday was, no one hit the Powerball, so Monday night's Powerball is now at 570 million. That's the 17th of November. The numbers that came in last night, Saturday, was 6, 7, 12, 47, 53, and the Powerball 21. So I did not hit a single number there. I didn't realize it, but I cashed in those. I managed to check all my tickets. I found a gas station where their self-check scanner for their lottery was working, and I checked all my tickets. Well, I found a ticket that I didn't know had money on it. The Powerball that I played, the Powerball 23 on my numbers, it came in twice in a row last week, which would have been the 10th. I think it was the 10th and the 12th. Monday and Wednesday, 23 Powerball came in on both days. So I won $4 on each of those tickets. I told their clerk, I said, that's not very common, is it, for the same Powerball to be drawn back to back? He said, no, that doesn't happen that often. It's very rare, he said. I used that, I used the $8 I won off those tickets to buy more cans of those Arizona watermelon that I drink with my chicken over rice, on days that I break in my fast. I bought 2 more cans of that. Now I'm up to 4. I've got 4 cans now saved up. So I didn't want to cash it in for more lottery, and I decided to go ahead and buy something with it. So they seem to be I figured I might as well buy some more cans while I was there, and I had the money to do it with my lottery winnings, so that's what I used with that. I put that $8 towards those Arizona teas. I had a fantastic day on the app earnings wise too. Enjoyed some beautiful weather. I couldn't ask for better weather than I had yesterday. We had here in Tampa. It was sunny, mildly warm, just and very low humidity, and just clear skies and just beautiful weather. A light breeze. It was just fantastic weather here. My first delivery of the day was a double, and I thought this was funny. Their names were very similar. Christina and Christian Christina ordered from Krispy Kreme, and they both ordered donuts from a donut place. I don't think one of them didn't have donuts, but they both ordered from a donuts place too. I thought that was funny. Christina ordered from the Krispy Kreme on North Florida, and Christian ordered from the Dunkin' Donuts. I think he was the one that just had coffee with his order, though. That Dunkin' Donuts is on Ehrlich. Altogether, they tipped me $6.26, and their fare was $2.07, so I earned $8.33 on that order. And then my next delivery was actually a triple. Caitlin ordered from the Pop-Up Bagels on Dale Mabry. Carrie ordered from the Maple Street Biscuits on Dale Mabry, and Alan ordered from Foxtail Coffee on Dale Mabry. Altogether, I earned $20.06 on that delivery, and that was my second best paying delivery of the day. My best one was the delivery trip number 17. My fare was $5, and the three of them, Caitlin, Carrie, and Alan, they tipped me a combined portion of $15.06. So thank you very much for that tip. That was very generous. I appreciate that. And their fare was $5. My third trip was a single for Isabel. Isabel ordered donuts from Everglazed Donuts on Dale Mabry. Isabel gave me a tip of $2.52, and her fare was $2, so I earned $4.52 from Isabel's order. And then my fourth trip was for Kevin. Kevin ordered from Maple Street Biscuits on Dale Mabry. Kevin gave me a generous tip of $7.92, and his fare was $2, so I earned $9.92 on that trip. Thank you very much, Kevin. That was a decent tip. My fifth trip was back to Maple Street Biscuits for Jay. Jay ordered from the Maple Street Biscuits, and his fare was $2.18, and his tip was $3.38, so I earned $5.56 from that trip. My seventh trip was for Thad. Thad ordered food from Mi Pueblito Bakery on North Armenia. Thad's fare was $2, and he tipped me $3.02, so I earned $5.02 there. And then my seventh trip, I'm not sure how to say the name of this place, but Paige ordered food from Sucre Table, S-U-C-R-E, Sucre Table on Kennedy Boulevard. Paige gave me a decent tip of $7.07. Thank you, Paige. That was a good tip. I appreciate that. And the fare was $4.45, so I earned $11.52 on that trip for Paige. And then my eighth trip was for Jeremy. Jeremy ordered from the Wawa gas station. He ordered food from the Wawa on Hillsborough Avenue. His fare was $2, and he tipped me $2.76, so I earned $4.76 there. And then my ninth trip was a double for Ben and Nate. Nate ordered from the Starbucks on Martin Luther King Boulevard and Habana. It's the intersection of Martin Luther King and Habana. And Ben ordered from the Chick-fil-A on Dale Mabry. They tipped me. This was a bad. They weren't very good tippers, but I was satisfied with the money because I wouldn't have taken the trip. But altogether, they tipped me $2.84, and their fare was $3.18, so I earned $6.02 on that trip. And then trip number 10 was a good paying run for Stacy. Stacy ordered. It was a double. I'm mistaken. It was a double. Beth and Stacy. Beth ordered from El Jefe Cafe on Gun Highway, and Stacy ordered from Eclipse Cafe on Gun Highway. Their fare was $3.06, and they tipped me $6. earning me $9.07. But then one of them, I'm not sure which, the app doesn't show who increased the tip or who tipped what when it's on a double. It just combines it all together. But one of them, Beth or Stacy, gave me an additional $5. So I appreciate both of you for tipping me. You gave me a very good tip. I ended up earning $14.07 on that double. And then trip number 11 was for Jonah. Jonah ordered from the Popeyes Chicken on Hillsborough Avenue. Jonah tipped me $5.55 and Jonah's fare was $3.91, so I earned $9.46 from Jonah's order. Then trip number 12 was for Rick. Rick ordered from the Chick-fil-A on Highway 19 North. Rick gave me a tip of $3.69 and his fare was $3.36, so I earned $7.05 on Rick's order. And then trip number 13 was for Greta. Greta ordered from the Chili's Bar and Grill on Highway 19. I had several deliveries from places on Highway 19, I remember. Greta tipped me $4.76 and I earned a fare of $2, so I made $6.76 on that trip for Greta. And then there was trip number 14 for Dennis. Dennis ordered from the Tropical Smoothie on Highway 19. Dennis' fare was $2 and he tipped me $3.16, so I made $5.16 on that trip. And then 15 was a double. Cassie ordered from the Ikeban Sushi Bistro on State Route 54, and Wayne ordered from Joey's New York Pizza on Seven Springs. Wayne and Cassie. They gave me a generous tip of $11. Thank you, Wayne and Cassie. I appreciate that. Very generous tip. $2 fare, so I earned $13 on that trip. And then I went to another pizza place on my 16th delivery for Shannon. Shannon ordered Little Caesars Pizza on Highway 19. Shannon tipped me $4.75 and the fare was $2, so I made $6.75 on that trip. Number 17 was for Laura. Laura gave me a very generous tip, and Tommy. This was a double. Laura and Cassie tipped me. Laura and Tommy tipped me $18.26 altogether. Thank you, Laura and Tommy. Laura ordered from Acropolis Greek on Dale Mabry, and Tommy ordered from Plum Tomato on Gandy. I earned $21.76 altogether on that trip with a $3.50 fare. And then my very last delivery of the day was another pizza place, Papa John's. Christopher ordered from the Papa John's on Tarpon Springs. I had two people increase my tip. Christopher did that too. Gave me another $5. Christopher's fare was $2, and he originally tipped me $7.45, so I would have earned $9.45 on that trip. But later on, when I got back to the camper, when I was checking out my deliveries, I found that Christopher also gave me an additional $5. So I actually made $14.45 on that trip. Thank you very much, Christopher, for a very generous tip. I appreciate that. Well, I'm going to get off here and get on with my day. My plan today is to break my fast this evening with my chicken over rice at the halal food truck. That will be completing another 48-hour fast. And this morning, I'm just going to have coffee at the McDonald's. My plan today is to get my customer satisfaction back up to 100% by delivering top-notch service to all my customers and being friendly, polite, greeting, engaging, making eye contact, and following all their delivery instructions, and being quick, getting to their house as quick as I can, safely. So I'm hoping all of that will result in my getting my customer satisfaction score back up to 100%, is my hope anyway. Well, I wish you all well and hope you all are having a fantastic weekend like I am. God bless you all, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.